Now, if you believe the headlines, many teachers hate being teachers. In New South Wales 2 months ago, we read that there was a crisis at the classroom, staff shortages causing an unbearable workload for the rest. A third of teachers were planning to quit before retirement and another third were thinking of that. In Victoria today, same sort of thing. 1 in 5 teachers have quit teaching. It claims within 5 years of graduating, partly because the administrative work is too hard and parents demand too much. So what is going on? I'm joined by Glenn Fahey, Director of the Education Program at the Centre for Independent Studies. Glenn, what is happening here, do you think? Parents too demanding, children too rude, or is something else happening?
Well, Andrew, good to be with you. There's a lot of misunderstanding and misinformation when it comes to the realities within the teacher workforce. Australia's teacher workforce is actually in a pretty healthy way. We have high numbers of teachers. The growth in the teacher workforce is faster than the growth in the student population, which is where the demand for teachers comes from. We do have some issues when it comes to ensuring we have the right teachers to meet where demand is. And there's a few areas that are of particular note. One of those is we need more special education teachers because we've got really complex demands from a lot of students these days. We need more maths and science teachers, and we need more teachers to make it to the regions. But what we don't have is an overall teacher numbers problem. We've got a teacher quality problem, and we've got a problem getting the right teachers to where they're needed. So we've got to look past some of the headlines here and the scare campaign, largely drummed up by unions and other vested interests.
I just wonder if there is a problem with retaining teachers fresh out of college, whether part of the problem is that standards have been too low, admission standards being too low, and attracting people for whom teaching is not necessarily their real vocation. And a lot of, the younger generation, of course, shift jobs very, very quickly and very often, not like once before. You picked a job and you stuck with it for 20, 30, 40, the whole life. I don't know. What do you think is the best way to keep good teachers?
Well, ultimately, the long-term solution to the teacher workforce challenge is to raise the status of the profession. And to do that, you need to have higher professional standards. You've got to see teaching as being a rewarding profession where you have genuine career pathways. It can't just be sticking it out in the classroom for 30 years and getting pay increases every year, irrespective of how well you're performing in the classroom. And teachers have also got to demand better training. Now, we can't take seriously the challenges of the teacher workforce or to take it seriously as a profession whilst ever the training of teachers is so dismal. So many teachers are trained so poorly and have no preparation for the classroom when they enter it. And when they do become teachers, they tend to learn through anecdotes and personal experiences rather than looking to science of how students actually learn. And whilst ever that's the case, we'll continue to see a decline in the professionalism within teaching. And ultimately, I think that is the solution for us. The other one is that we actually have we found in a government report.
Keep going.
Yeah, look at what the data actually shows, Andrew, is that many people want to become teachers. A government report earlier this year showed that 4 in 10 mid-career professionals want to become teachers. So there's no shortage of people who want to become teachers. The issue is we've got barriers that prevent them from doing so. We have to accept teaching is an evolving profession. Many teachers will enter teaching, leave it, and come back. And a lot of times that's the start of family. We should welcome that in teaching.
Glenn Fahey, thank you so much indeed for your time.